So a regular expression is a string, as a special string that describes a pattern to be used to matching or searching within the other strings. So it's a something related to the patterns, and you know that regular string regular expressions are one of the very important part of now almost all of the programming languages, and almost everywhere you can just use them. And if you talk about we quickly want to see some of the regular expressions in action, what we can see here is that we can just have a quick look at it. And we can say that, for example, let regular expression is equal to, so how we define regular expression? Here we define by using 2 forward slashes. So this 2 forward slash will represent a regular expression, and regular expression will be useful, will be helpful for you in any of the situations where you want to just work on some pattern matching. And that pattern matching has become one of the a global concept, a global jargon that has been used so many times, so many places. Whenever you have to go somewhere, you need to find out some of the regular expressions. So now a regular expression can be written. First of all, how we can write that? For example, if I write something like this, I've written down a regular expression. So this is regular expression that will match exactly the cat word, maybe cat. Whenever you will define a cat and you want to match that cat word somewhere, you will have that regular expression of / cat, the cat, right? And another way, this is the regular expression literal. If you talk about, if I say re1 equal to, we can define that by using regx, regular expression, right? And what we can do is that we can just define, maybe for example, cat. This cat is also become what? The regular expression. So you can use any of the methods. You can just create an object of regular expression. You can create a literal of regular expressions. That's all up to you. So it's something that is on your side. You can define anything at all. And you know that there are, let's quickly discuss few of the there are certain flags that are used, and that flag represent what type of searching you want to make. For example, if I say \i, so we are saying that ignore the case, and whatever case comes on, you have to just find out, like you have to just match that. So it's ignoring the case. For example, if there is one G is used for global, so you can use IG or GI for both of them. That means that search out each and everything in a particular regular expression. So as I said, I'll be talking about that. So there are these are the two methods of making the regular expressions. You can use a literal, or you can use a new format. So now there are certain regular expressions are dense and often easier to write than to read. So this is an interesting statement right here. They are easier to write than read. So basically, sometimes it will be very difficult to read them, but if you know how to write them, so writing will become very easy. But again, of course, if you once know it, you will be easily reading that out as well. So it's helpful to use various tools to help you experiment with the patterns and try to understand and debug your regular expression. So we have got certain tools, online tools that we have that we can use for checking our string, or for checking how we can write regular expression. You are already familiar with it. We'll be just looking at it. So there are these different options, Regulex and regexpal. So I'm opening up the third one. Maybe if you can just go to the third one and open it up. I want all of you to just follow it up. Right. So I'm expecting everyone to be following me. And if there is something that you want to, so again, for example, I was giving you an example of cat. There is a cat word, and maybe there is a cat with S, maybe there is a cat with dot or anything, whatever. So we have got these different cats implementation over here. And I want to write a regular expression that will match this one, right? So now let's start from this one. Now, if I have to just write a regular expression that will match a cat, this is very easy and this is very simple, and we can just write down this cat. And now you see that this has basically done what? It is basically just combining all these cats. So cats has been recognized by this regular expression, and you know that this is basically what, that it will recognize any of the word cat if this cat comes. And the flags I was talking about, that flags are basically in this regexpal. You can see that there are the flags, and you see that G flag is already active. It's already turned off, and it's looking at everywhere. For example, if I write cat, dog, cat. So again, wherever this cat word will come, it will catch that one. Maybe that comes as a part of the word, or maybe that comes as the end of the part of the word. So wherever cat will come, this will recognize. So my regular expression cat / G. If I just take out this global from him. So you see that it only finds out the first cat, and there is no rest of the cat. So global, we usually go about the global one, and we say that we want to search everything from that particular regular expression. So this is the thing that whenever we just write something, and again, if it is matching to that, it will just say that yes, I recognize this cat word. I recognize this because this is matching our regular expression, and it is basically doing that. Now, what if that, as I said, for example, if I have cat, cats, and cat dot, or maybe a cat with a bracket sign starting or something. So, they are not recognized. If you see, they are not blue in color. It's only showing to, it's only matching to this cat, and it's not matching to anything else. For example, let me just hit them and cat. For example, I've written down cats, or I've written down, as I said, bracket sign. So this bracket sign is not recognized. Why? Because our regular expression only says that I can recognize CAT, nothing else, right? So there is nothing else that would be recognized by a regular expression. So this regular expression will do what? We'll try to find out what. So again, if I want anything to be recognized after cat, anything to be recognized, so I will need a dot. A dot in regular expression means everything. You're familiar with asterisk, but here what we say is that dot here will work as in a way that dot will tell that anything that is followed by the cat. So if I follow anything after the cat, for example, sorry, not here. So if the cat word is followed by anything at all, if I write dog, if I write cat again, so cat is recognized even with the space. I've given one space, so it recognizes the cat. Are you getting that? Or maybe if I cat bracket sign, cat close bracket, cat ampersand, or anything. So now this regular expression is doing what? Whenever I write anything with the cat word, it would quickly recognize that, right? So what if you want to Maruf, yes, the dot is for one character. You are right. So cat followed by any character, for example. But when I give another space, it's not giving the character. Yes, this is for. Okay, I'll tell you which one. What does that mean? Question mark. But right now, just consider Maruf's question. Maruf says that dot is for one character. Yes, Maruf, you're right. Dot will replace one character. So one character followed by the cat. We'll talk about the question mark as well shortly, because I'm just going into a sequence. We are going in a sequence, right? So now cat followed by a. Okay, what if I want to say that cat can be followed by, for example, if I write S. So if I write S, it would be recognized. And maybe let's talk about, I want cat to be recognized with S or a G. For example, 2 words. So now if we have to make 2 words, now come here and make square brackets and write down G or whatever. You say the C. Cat should be followed by C. Now you see here, if I write a cat with C or S, like followed by C and S, it will be recognized. If I write cat with T or E, is it recognizing? No. Now what it is doing, that it says that now I have a set of values. If these values will come, I will recognize cat. If these values do not come, I won't recognize that word. So cat with an S or cat with a C would be recognized, but nothing else. I hope that is making sense to everyone. So if I write CATE, CATP, whatever, won't recognize. And how it will recognize? Again, if I write cat S or cat C, whatever. Or let's make it more interesting. If I put a dot here, right? I'm putting a dot over here. So now what is happening? Now this dot. Okay, let's first quickly do another thing. We did this dot, and we recognize. What does that mean? Maruf, you had asked the question. So that dot means anything that is followed by cat, any single character that is followed by cat. And what if I want to match this cat dot, that there should be a dot? For example, not here. Let me just write that down. I write cat dot. So it's recognizing. For example, if I say cat dot dot. So what does that mean? What I want to say, that in regular expressions, we can escape few characters. We can escape few characters from being inside character. What does that mean? For example, what I do, I just remove this one and I write here. whenever I say cat backslash dot, right? What does that mean? Now see here. Now cat dot is also recognized, right? Actual dot, actual period. If you are talking about actual period, that it should be followed by a specifically a dot. So again, if you have and dot has a specific meaning. Dot has a specific meaning means that dot is represents any character. So if I want to have a physical dot after that, what I'll do is that I will place a backslash, and backslash will escape that dot. I think you remember escape sequences. So whenever I am putting this backslash dot, it represents that I'm escaping this dot. And for example, if I write this another dot, that means that I want to have this specifically. This is another value that is followed by that. So for example, if I write this cat dog dot dot dot, it will be recognized, right? Or cat dot s, it will be recognized. But what if I want to have specifically dot? I'll have to just escape that one. And does that make sense to everyone? Mark, you says an actual dot. You understanding on machine and Maro, Kushman? Kushman, you got it? What I'm trying to say? Okay, that's very good. So backslash is used for what? Backslash is used for escaping the character. For escaping the character. Now, interestingly, it is used for escaping the character. But interestingly, what I was talking about, if S or C is followed by cat, that would be. Oh yes, you use a lot. And if you are using something like this, for example, so now you know what is happening. Now it is when I have to present a dot as an option in the string, I will do an actual period, actual dot. I can place it without a escape sequence. I escape inside that square brackets. In that square brackets, we can just directly write this dot. So now what does that mean? What does that mean? A cat will be recognized. A cat will be recognized with S and C, right? And anything at all. If I write A, no. Why? Because I presented this dot inside the square brackets. That means it will be recognized by a dot S or C. I hope everyone understands that. Anyhow, let's move forward and let's do one thing. If I place A, E, I, O, U, the vowels we are talking about. So we say that if any vowel comes after cat, you recognize it, and if it is not a vowel, or maybe and if it is not, literally not any character. Yes, the square brackets has its own literal meanings. Yes, you're right. It's taken literally. So now if I do this one, or I do A, E, I, O, U, small or capital, that one. So if cat is followed by any of the vowel, maybe this is like in a small letter or maybe in a cap letter, it will recognize it. If I write A, recognized. If I write E, recognized. If I write B, B is not recognized. So that means now it will only recognize what values if it's a vowel. Maybe it's in a small letter form or maybe it's in a capital letter form. Both forms, it has to be a vowel. Everyone understands that. And now, if I say that everything that is not a vowel, so if I ask you that, please make a regular expression that recognizes cat with anything, but it should not be a vowel. So if it is not a vowel, there can be lots of things, consonants, there are special characters, there are lots of things. So now regular expression has provided us a very easy way of doing that. And what is that? Before this set, inside this square brackets, go and put a caret symbol. You know caret symbol? Shift and 6 key on the keyboard. If you do that, caret symbol represents just the opposite. Whatever we are giving, it is just the opposite of it. I hope everyone recognizes it. Now, if I write cat A, it won't be recognized. If I write cat, oh, again, my system has given me. Sufyan said, what does that mean? Let's roll down of Sufyan. I'm understanding that you people are able to hear me. My system has gone a bit of freeze, but again, looks like Sufyan, you are hearing me, right? You have asked a question. Sufyan, you have asked a question. Are you hearing me? Okay, thank you very much. Because my system has, it goes freeze for some time. I hope it will be back. So Sufyan is asking, what is that? Sufyan, what is that? What I'm saying is caret symbol. If you see on your keyboard, if you see 6 key number, you will have a caret symbol. This power symbol or whatever you call it. It's a caret symbol specifically. So Sufyan, if we place this before any of the value, what happens is there is something going on. Hopefully I'm back. Yes, looks like I'm back. party hat or whatever you call it. Yes, exactly. This represents, the caret represents anything other than this is square bracket. So you see here, if I ask after, if I write after cat, I write B. So B is not in A, E, I, O, U, caps are small, so it will be recognized. If I write, for example, ampersand, dollar sign, whatever, will be recognized with cat. I hope, Sufyan, you got the point? And where is that symbol? I hope you know that this is a caret symbol represented. Okay, now let's talk about something interesting. Let's talk about something that, for example, if I say that I want to recognize a number 226, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have this usually a number of 226. Anyone saying something? Cat and cat backslash dot again. Okay, Maruf says cat and cat backslash. The difference between cat and cat backslash. Okay, Maruf, let me just tell you. If I write this regular expression cat star, you know, it means, Maruf, I can write cat dot, I can write cat e, I can write cat 3, I can write cat ampersand, whatever. Dot means whatever. Samuel, no problem. You will catch from here. We are using this regexpal website. You can just exit that. So, Maruf, are you getting that? Yes. It means any character. A simple dot means any character. Is that right? But what if you want to make a regular expression that only recognizes cat dot? You know, right now it is recognizing cat dot, but it is also recognizing cat 6. It is recognizing cat 8, whatever. But I want to write a regular expression that only recognizes cat dot and nothing else. So how I would write that? I would write something like that. Yes, literally a dot. Yes. If I do something like this, now see what happens. Now see what happens. Cat dot is recognized. Cat 6. Is it followed in that regular expression? Maruf, I hope you got the concept. Literal or not literal. That's very good. That's very good. So now, yes, I was talking about something like our phone numbers 226 space 123 space 4 5 6 7. Maybe someone has this number. So you know that we have, can we use cat instead of cat, dot instead of cat? Oh yes, yes, Dhawal, you can use that. You are right. That you can use that as well. So Maruf, you can see that Dhawal has given an example. So in square brackets, if I give just a dot, so that means it's equal to that. I'm you know, escaping that dot. Oh, that's yes. Thank you thank you, Dhawal, for sharing that. Okay. So now let us talk about these numbers, and I want to make a regular expression for recognizing a number. So now listen. Anything, a number, if you have to recognize any number, the numbers are represented by a special character and it is called small d. But since it's a special character, we need to backslash that. D, backslash D is for all digits. Okay, for everyone, for Maruf and for everyone, of course. If I write something like this, and I write cat A, would it be recognized? Oh, cat, like my regular expression says, the cat should be followed by what? A digit, a number. If I write 5, recognized. If I write 9, recognized. If I write a special character, not recognized. I hope everyone is understanding that. Please write. Okay, that's very good. Now what is the opposite of this? Like as we discussed, yes, D, any digit. So what is the opposite of it? Opposite is, yes, backslash capital D. That's good. Pushman has shared that. Backslash capital D. If I write capital D and if I write cat 3, it won't be recognized. Why? Because now I have given that capital D means the opposite of everything. It will be opposite of everything. Right? So now we can, what we can do is that we can say that this is basically something. Let's, before going into that number, let's discuss two more things. What we can do is that we can, except for digits. Yes, everything except for digits. Yes, Carol, that's very good. Someone wants to say something?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Do you mind if you can explain again about like slash after the letter, like you just say like slash and after that is the letter?
Oh, okay. So you mean backslash? You are talking about backslash. Is it Riley?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. But I'll just try to explain that. You see here, try.
Yeah.
And let me just give you that example again, because I've been taking this example. Hopefully you'll understand that. You remember we said that I can make a cat dot.
Yeah.
That dot means any character, you know.
Yeah.
I can write a 3, 4, 5, whatever I want. I will write whatever, it will recognize it. Why? Because this is a dot. Dot means anything. right?
Yeah.
Now, if I want to have a regular expression that only recognizes a dot, what I'll do is that I will place a backslash. Backslash is called escaping.
Okay.
Escaping. Escaping means that now the dot which is coming is not a has some special meaning, or literal dot I am talking about over here. Why? Because dot I am talking about a literal dot. There should be only a dot over here. Now, if you see, try, you will see the difference. Does it recognize cat teeth? No.
No.
And why not recognize? Because now I'm saying literally there should be a dot. Backslash, I've escaped that dot. Otherwise, that dot would have its own meaning. That any word can be followed by that.
Okay, I got
Okay.
it.
Okay. Try just one more thing for you, just for you only. If I write another dot over here, what does that mean? What type of word it will recognize? Can you tell me, Triley, what type of word it will
Uh,
recognize? This.
it's
Yes.
gonna be a cat, dog,
Dot
dog.
and then any character. Then any character. If I write A,
Oh,
B, C, D,
cat,
whatever.
dog, A. Okay.
So you know the difference between these two dots and backslash now,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Triley?
yeah. Yeah, yeah, I
Okay, that's
understand.
very good. That's very good to know. That's very good to know.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I was telling you that there are multiple ways of using few things. Now, if I do something like this, A to Z, capital A to Z, and without any space, small a to Z, and I write 0 to 9. I close that inside that. Do you see something happening on the bottom of my like in the middle of my screen? It has started to recognize everything other than dot. Now you see here, if I write whatever, if I write numbers, it is recognizing everything. But if I write special character, of course, it is not recognizing this. You understand what is happening? Capital A to Z, small a to Z, or 0 to 9. Whatever comes, you recognize that specifically, right? So what it is not recognizing is, first of all, it is not recognizing the space. It is not recognizing the, yes, exactly, for a special character and without a space, it is recognizing everything. Now, for everyone's information, it will be very interesting. Now, if I write backslash W does the same thing. Backslash W is basically a replacement for A to Z, 0 to 9, whatever. So everything, if you write anything other than special characters, will be considered as a word. Yes, ABC underscore XYZ. So yes, it also includes underscore. Yes, because underscore usually it comes as a word because it is combining your two words together. Right, Khushwan? Thank you. So Sufyan got the point. It searches everything for the special character. And what about everything not a word? Khushwan? Very easy. What I should do? Capital W. So capital W means now everything other than these characters. For example, I am, etc., etc., etc. So everywhere space is being recognized, everywhere dollar sign is being recognized, everywhere caret sign has been recognized, everywhere everything has been recognized. Capital W, not a word, non-word you can call it, right? Non-word. Now let's talk about something interesting. And as I was talking in the beginning, because now you people know a few things, lots of things. Now we are talking about something. I say that I have to make a regular expression for recognizing a number 2 to 6, 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is usually the number format that we are following over here. Right. So let's talk about the first one. The first one has to be a digit. Everyone recognizes it. So I'll write a backslash D. Backslash D. Wait, I thought only recognizes one character inside it only. Jason recognizes one character. You mean okay? You are talking about something like this, Jason. Are you talking about this? Like for example, you say that it will only recognize one character. Yeah, because when you did A to Z, 0 to 9. Oh yes. Okay, yes. So Kushman has helped us out. That's basically taking care of that. Every letter and that forward slash W is whatever letter is coming, it is coming inside that one. Thank you, Kushman. You have given a very good answer. Okay, just let's check that one. No problems, no issues. And you can check that A to Z. Okay, so let's put off that flag and at A, B, C, D. So it's only recognizing one character. So thank you, Khushwan. Thank you very much. You have been actively participating here. Okay, so now let's talk about something which I am trying since a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's try to make this digit like expression. So first of all, the first number should be a digit \d. The second should be a digit \d. Third should be a digit \d. Right? And for the time being, I'm just writing it something like this, because this is anyone's phone number. 226 123 4567. So it has first 3 digits, right? And then followed by more digits \d, 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 \d. That's all. So it is recognizing my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many numbers we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 numbers. It is recognizing our 10 numbers. Everyone understands that? But what if someone writes something like this, space, which is the right way of writing this number. If I write 226 123 4 5 6 7, it is not recognized. So one way of handling that, I know that after 3 digits there can be a space, or there is a space. Right now I'm saying that there will definitely be a space. So after 3 digits, what I'll do is, there is a special character for space \s. Right? After 3 digits, I want to give a space. After 3 digits again, I want to give a space. Everyone recognizing what I'm saying? Now there is another problem. Now we'll have another problem, another type of problem. Now it is recognizing my number. Now, what if I do something like this? It is not recognized in my regular expression. You see that now 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because now I'm saying that there definitely must be a space over there. Right? So what is the method of following that? Quickly follow that. Now after the S, if I go and I just place a question mark after S, both S, if I place a question mark after S, question mark says an optional character. So this space over here is an optional space, that whether there will be any space or whether there will be not be any space. Right? So if I again say that, I want to just, I have this number, just hold on a minute. I have this number and I want to, there can be a space after 2 to 6, or there can be no space. So if I do a space over here, or maybe, yes. So you see it's still working. If I give a space after 1 to 3, it's working. And if I give another space, it's still working. If I don't give a space, then also it is working. And if I give a space, then also it is working. So question mark, what is that question mark? Everyone understands now. Question mark is for optional values. So if some value is optional, you have this question mark over there. That's good. Carol is saying that they recognize, they understand it. Right? And now let's talk about another interesting aspect. Some people do something like that, this bracket sign, close bracket sign. So if that is something is coming, again, my characters are not recognized. Okay, so for that, what I'll do, let's come here. What I'll do is, before these 3 digits, what I can do is that I will place a bracket sign. But since this also has a literal, has a meaning as well, it can be interpreted. So what I'll do, what I need to do, I need to just escape that. Escape a bracket over here, and escape a bracket over here. The closing bracket. So I've escaped a closing bracket over here. Now the same thing, this will be recognized, but now it won't recognize this 2 to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. Now it's not recognizing this anymore. What should I do? Your answer, please. I need answer from you, not from Pushpant, from the others, because Pushpant is hopefully getting the concepts very clearly. So can anyone tell me what should I do? A question mark. That's very good. Not after the string, Sufyan. It has to be a question mark, as Mark said, the bracket sign, because bracket sign is also now optional over here. Yes, question mark over here and question mark. So we just write after bracket, like after that, and it should be, am I writing it correctly? It should recognize this question mark after that and question mark after that. Optional. Yes, it should recognize. Why it's not recognizing it over here? Interesting. 2 to 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why is it not recognizing? I've done something wrong with it, maybe. question mark should be backslash question mark, bracket sign. Can anyone find if I am doing something wrong here? Maybe because it's not recognizing this. It should recognize this 2 to 6 as well, because there is a okay. Maybe you need to delete the first line. No, not at all. Not really. Let me just see that. Not really. I'll have to escape bracket and question mark. Optional it has become. I have to escape a bracket, a question mark, followed. You don't have a global flag. Global option, I've closed that. Oh, yes. So the global option was off. I'm sorry. The global option was off. So yes, thank you very much, Mark, for finding out the problem quickly. So the global option was off. Now it is recognizing it, this one as well. If you write something like this, if you're writing number in that way, if you're writing number in that way, it will recognize both of them. So if I write 2 to 6, 2 to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, recognize. If I write something like this, and even I can do that as well, a very awkward sort of thing, 5, 6, 7. So it recognizes. So starting bracket is missing, or the ending bracket is missing, no problems. Now there is another problem, right? So there is another problem that we have given this space as optional. You might be familiar with, there are two other letters which says a zero existence or no exist or many existence, one existence or many existence. Can anyone tell me what are those characters which we use for that? Zero existence or more existence, one existence or more existence. What are those special letters? Anyone? Because someone can write one space, or someone can write multiple spaces. If multiple spaces come, problem occurs, because it says that now there is a multiple space and it does not recognize, because we said that space is one optional character. It might come or it might not come, but we have not mentioned. Okay, Maruf, thank you very much. Now let's come back here. First one, plus is for one or many, asterisk is for zero or many. So Maruf has got it right. So now got it, start over here and same here, because you don't know how many spaces might come. Or someone might be thinking that who will be the fool person giving so many spaces in a phone number. But please bear in mind that people usually copy and paste phone numbers from the other forms, from the other places. So your regular expression should be ready to catch that as well. Sometimes it happens that you will say that who will be the foolish person putting 5 or 7 spaces inside that. Yes, so assignment has such type of things, of course. So that's why we are just handling it, because Khushwant, are you getting that? People are used to of copying and pasting the documents from here and there. So then what happens is that it comes up with a lot of spaces, and if those spaces come into your system, of course your system will start acting weird. So you have to just handle at that your own end. Right. So now I hope everyone is trying to get what we are basically just doing over here. And now we have got a phone number that can recognize almost any of the problems, any of the number. But there is still something remaining. If someone does something like this, right? If someone does something like this, if I write 226 dash 123 dash 4567, now it won't be recognized. Can you people quickly write down a regular expression that will recognize this dot as well, or maybe space or anything? Can you quickly give me a definition? I'm waiting from your side. Who will be able to write that one by using this above expression? Yes, who is there who can write down that dashes will also be recognized? Yes, a dash or anything will be recognized, or any space would be recognized. I'm waiting. Just quickly come up with some solution. A dash or a space should be recognized. Both of these things should be recognized over here. Can you just add dash after the start? Jason, write down the regular expression. Check that on regexpal and share it with me. Okay, maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe Zilalim, just try that in regular expression screen, in this screen, and come up with a solution. What will be the solution? Yes, who is coming up with the solution? I'm waiting for someone to come up. Okay, so here comes. So which one is it working? Fine. Like, is it working with the dash as well? Okay, let's copy this one from Kushwan and let me just. Oh, you didn't check. Okay, let's see. Rishabh says S stars removes with backslash dash, restart removes with backslash dash. I don't understand what you are saying, Rishabh. Looks like you have copied and pasted different thing. Yes, anyone coming up with that one? Okay. So yes, Mark, have you checked that? Like, you have to and like that in the rest. Okay. Can you come up with a complete solution, and then we'll just paste that solution and check that one. Oh, Hushwan, can you share which one is your working? Like, can you share it again? Can you share it again? I'll run it for you over here. He said IDK if it's the same as Hushwan. Okay, that's good. Okay, Hushwan is saying that this one. So Hushwan, I'm just taking your regular expression and trying to paste that over here in my screen, in my place. Okay, it's working. If I write any spaces, it will be working. Okay. Is there anyone who else has come up with any other solution? Otherwise, we'll consider this one as a Okay. Is there anyone? Okay. So just like right now, just considering this as a solution. So okay, just a reminder, same. So that's very good. That's very good. So now what it is doing, it's basically giving us that we have got this dashed or maybe any values that will be followed by that, and we can do a lots of things depending upon that. Now let's talk about something interesting, something that we were just talking about. Like we were talking about the notes of our this week, like third week, we were talking about the notes of that, and let me talk about few important things. So now we have talked about regular expression. Now if I show you something like this, now you can make sense of it. Okay, one last thing before going anywhere, because here we have these 3 digits, we can more summarize that one. And how we can more summarize that one? I will just do one thing. After this backslash d, you place a curly braces, like curly braces, and put 3, right? So this represents exactly the number of digits that you are looking for first, the first one. And how about the yes, B and then 3, and then you can come over here and you can just write down over here as well a curly braces 3, and here you will be reading you'll be writing, of course, curly braces 4. And you see now our regular expression is more more robust. You can say one way or other it is more robust, or you can say that it has got multiple things, and there are lots of things that you can do with it. For example, if I put a literal bracket over here, this bracket, and if I take this bracket to maybe till what point, till before dash. If I put a literal bracket over here, and for example, if I put a question mark over here, what does that mean? What it will recognize? Now even I can just leave out my 226, the area code or something, the mobile code that we use. I'm considering it an area code, for example, 226. So you can even leave out the 226. You see that these are the literal brackets. And people, someone was asking that what is the meaning of that bracket. So bracket has that literal meaning that it will be making up a patch, a specific area for our particular for our particular. So this is now a regular expression that looks like very robust, that looks like it will accept anything. And now we have created something very interesting, and now we are able to work on that. Okay, so I was saying that these are special characters that we have used. If you see here, backslash, caret sign, and then we have this dollar sign also. We have not used. These all have special meaning. If you need match them, you have to escape them with the leading backslash. So backslash will do that, and all of these are being discussed over here. And you see 1 2 3 4 5 6, these number examples that we have done. You can just work on those numbers. And character matching is question mark, and then you have seen asterisk is, and then you have seen plus and things like that. So now what we have, this caret is basically used for positioning as well. So this caret means, when we were representing that inside the square bracket, it was meaning that opposite to that. But now we can do that, start looking for the match at the beginning of the input string. We could start to see that string begin with a capital letter. So like, for example, you always, if you just put like something, that's it will be looking at the special character. So this literal, when it's this caret, when comes inside that, will have a literal different meaning, and if it comes in the beginning, will have different meaning. Similar, dollar mark means make the sure. So now what we can do is, let's check few things, interesting things in the console. First of all, let's check few things in the console. For example, I write a regular expression here. We can check regular expressions over here. If I say small d, curly braces 4, I've just given you that one. So if there is a method called test, and there are different methods that we can test. So if I say digit 4, so what should come inside that? 1 2 3 4, or maybe any 4 digits, 4 5 6 7, whatever, 3 2. And if I check that, it's false. Why is it giving false to me? Yes. Maybe backslash g. Okay, let's check that one as well. For g dot test 532 or whatever. Still it is false. I guess it should not give the false. I don't know why it's giving. It's not giving what it is supposed to give, of course. Can you check what is the problem? Maybe we are using the string. Okay, yes, you may be right. Still it is false, because now we are testing 4 digits. Okay, so regular expression backslash d bracket of 3. I forgot backslash d. Are you sure, Mark? I don't know. Let me just check that. Oh, maybe you're right. Test and 1 2 3 4. Let's check it. Oh, 3. 1 2 3. Oh yes, yes. Looks like I forgot that. So then that would be in recording, of course. So backslash d. I'm sorry. This d has a literal meaning of a backslash. So we were not giving that backslash. So of course it won't recognize it. So now this is the test method. And if why I am discussing this test method, if you see here, we have got different methods for that. That dot test, regular expression dot test, test. You can test regular expression on that, and you can run that, right? And you will be able to run that specifically to multiple meanings, multiple things, and you can always check about that. Okay, one more interesting thing. This regular expression that we have created, I can just copy it from here, right? And let's come back to our console. Let's clear it out. Is keep an eye on that, Mark, if I don't make a mistake, right? Because I usually make a mistake. Now, this is a regular expression, and this is the regular expression that was recognizing our number. Now, test. Test means now I want to check a number to it. So I write 2 to 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. See, I get it true. If I just give a number which is not on this format, maybe there is one number missing. Right, it should be if a number is missing. Oh, why it is recognizing? Of course. Why? Because you remember that I just took out that 2 to 6 part. because yes, I just took out that 2 to 6 part, so it will be recognizing that. So again, if I just let me just check something, and I will just take out that part. Which one? The question mark and this one, and from this side, this one, right? So now if you test, you see it says not. So if I now say 2 to 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, this is recognized. But if I just remove 1 7, you see that it says false. So it means it's not recognizing that, right? So we can test that in test that as well. Okay, let's talk about something interesting, because you are very much familiar, and you do that a lot of time. For example, let's take the last name is Khushwant Singh Rao. Let's take your last name Rao at gmail.com. For example, I want to create this one over here. So how I will create its regular expressions, right? So let's see that how I will be creating that regular expression. Now, first of all, I want to have something bisected from this @ sign. And interestingly, this @ does not have any specific meaning in our regular expression. So so before @ what I want, anyone, I want to have any collection of characters. It can be raw, it can be raw 1 2 3, it can be raw 4 5 6, whatever it can happen. So what I do is that what I can do, I can place a bracket and a W. And not only this W, but like in fact, if I do this plus over here, what happens is that now we have got this \W and plus. What does that mean? That word letters, any type of letters, at least there must be how many letters? Now, how many letters should be there? Must be 1. And this is one Khushwan that you were talking about. You were talking about the plus, and Maruf said asterisk, or someone said asterisk. So asterisk will be useful over here if I want to write that someone writes an email. Okay, let's first test that. So word with anything, and then if you talk about after that what we are looking for, let's see, there is some interesting part. I want to have, first of all, anything of word. Sorry, anything of word, anything from word you can just represent, and a dot. Now you see here, and also I need a 1 from them. How many of you recognize this complete regular expression? \W plus some letters, some special letters, some numbers collection, and then @, and then some collection of letters with a dot. So those who were coming up with the solution of that digit solution, when you were just mentioning a space or that dash, you could have written down a set over there. So now what happens is that from the @ on this side, any words, any alphanumeric and underscore coming over here, it can be as I said, Rao underscore 28, for example, or 27 or 57 at gmail.com. Right? If I just miss out this, it's still recognizing. Why? Because it's out of that set, it is finding one of the word, and one of the word is that Gmail. So you can handle that as well, specifically later on, that you don't want it to recognize anything other than this dot. This dot should be the specifically part of it, and you can make it also. But since it's inside a bracket, a square bracket, and you are getting one of the word out of it, so it is recognizing that. How does it find the digit without dash D? Okay, so Sufyan, what I understand from the question is, right now, whenever you write this \W, if it is a digit or if it is a number, we are not right now just extracting them out. We are just putting up that number. So it's this W is just taking care of all those things. You getting? So digits are recognized. Yes, of course. One of the way can be this Khushwant is mentioning that 0 to 9, which I give you this \. Word. It's a \/ Khushwant, not /. \W is basically the representation of A to Z and 0 to 9. So it's this, as I said you in the start, that this basically is representation of the \W is representation of A to Z, small a to Z, and as well as this 0 to 9. Everything comes up here. No problem, Jason. It's not a dumb question. What is the purpose of brackets again? Okay, which brackets you are talking about, Jason? Are you talking about this one before this green colored one, right? Or you are talking about something like, for example, if I say W and this bracket, green and purple both have different meanings. Jason, which for the green ones? Okay, that's very good for the green ones. So green ones are nothing but they are just making your expression, making your regular expression together. So making a group, and that is called, they have the literal meanings, literal name, patch group, or there's something called, I'll just try to find that out. Whenever in regular expression you make a specific section, it is called a group, and there is some word patch group or something group, but it's called a group. So this is just for using for group. If you see here, I'm grouping it. Why I'm grouping it? Because I want to say that any letters should be coming as a plus. Like there should be one letter, or at least, at least. Okay, so what happened if you delete them? So Khushwan says, what happened if I delete them? Let's delete them. Well, is it still recognizing that? So hopefully might not affect anything at all, but that we are making to make, make two sections of a regular expression. And why making two sections? So that we know that before at the rate there is something, after at the rate something. Just to get more clearly, could you explain backslash or as well as the, okay, yes, you can know. Jason, this is a very good question. Now take a note of that. Backslash is the escape character. Backslash is the escape character. Now, if I put a bracket sign, it means I want to have a literal bracket in my regular expression. But if I no, if I put a bracket sign, I don't want to have that in my regular expression. Rather, I want it to have giving some syntactical meanings. But if I do that forward backslash and W, it means I am giving this as a literal part of my regular expression. Jason, backslash escapes the things, as we did, you remember, with backslash dot. If I do backslash dot, it means I am specifically saying that after dot there should be a dot after that comma, right? So that really much. So but there are the different things that we have to do. But hopefully now you recognize that, how you recognize the Gmail address, an email address out of our regular expression. And we'll do that, and we'll, as I said, there are lots of things that we need to discuss. After the break, I will just explain this one. So let's go for a 7 to 8 minutes break now, and I'll be back somewhere around 44, 45, right? So because I am tired of speaking.